Are you a creator on YouTube, or do you watch YouTube videos, or both? This video is going to beg that question into matter because MrBeast won Creator of the Year. Now, from my experience, I have known about MrBeast or his YouTube videos and his personality for 7 or 8 years, somewhere around there. I actually first met him when he had like 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers, so before everything happened with him and blowing up. The way it worked was, well, he was still helpful back then even. We actually gave each other tips back and forth and saying, yeah man, I like that video idea, or yeah, this video is cool. So he has always been that kind of helpful guy. His brand hasn't changed, it has only grown. But what has he done recently to deserve such an award? I think it is safe to say that the way MrBeast has built his brand is really interactive with you and I. And even though we haven't really been in his videos, or unless you haven't, I don't know about it, you should share that with the world. But regardless, he has always been kind of building his brand around helping people, spread positivity, giving millions and millions of dollars away, building these kinds of food banks, and starting these different channels that all are around giving positive feedback to those around him any way that he can. If you've been watching him recently or even the past couple of years, you know that he actually started a thing called teamtrees, where he plants 20 million trees to help the earth from dying. I mean, even though it's kind of unsalvageable now, but he does huge things like that. He's actually going to buy everything in a small city and give it away to charity. Actually, he announced it on Twitter as like an idea, but if he doesn't, then I guess ignore what I'm saying. But if he does, then you heard it from me first. So basically, the business model or kind of brand growth model that he has always followed is different from any creator before him. And I mean, he's starting the trends now, but people are following those trends in his footsteps, which is he makes a video and he does amazing marketing for that video that is giving away money or giving away a car or anything insane that none of us can really find feasible for our businesses. But yeah, he has this idea, this insane idea, and he has this viral structure for his movies that he makes, and these models that just are bound to get tons and tons of attention or views. Then he puts these people in these videos, gathers that attention, and uses it for their advantage. So what happens is that we see that he's doing this amazing positive thing, which is not a common thing in the world, unfortunately. So we really enjoy this. That makes us want to invest in his brand a lot more, because we like to see this kind of thing happen. I mean, who doesn't want to see people have a smile on their face from an unexpected case of cash? See, what this does that is out of the ordinary from any usual brand or business that you might follow or that I might follow, it is completely different in that way of helping people, giving back to them, and building a community around this concept, and doing that over and over and over again to where it has massive, massive potential. Kind of the potential of creating a monopoly. Basically, MrBeast is the only one in his range of video creation or brand building or influencership, but really directing movies or being a filmmaker around these insane ideas in such a way that he can bring us along with him. I mean, I don't know if you've realized this yet, but he is literally putting his subscribers in his videos and taking them along the journey and giving stuff away to them.
Mitch is here because he's a subscriber to the channel. That's why we invited him to compete.
It is not a new concept to him, per se, but it is a new concept to building his brand, building a brand in general. When have we ever seen this before? Especially before social media even existed. I mean, that's kind of a hard concept for us to think about now because, well, we live in that social media era, right? But it just kind of continues to beg that question of, is he the only one in his tier? Is he the only one that is able to do this or that is willing to do this? To where he is putting more into his business than he is paying himself. He is not making the tens of millions for himself. He's making the tens of millions. I mean, I think he's making somewhere around 80 or 90 million per year. So he's only taken a fraction of that home with himself. The rest he puts back into his YouTube channel, where he then continues to help people. So eventually we might actually see MrBeast or Jimmy buy everything in a small city and donate that to a charity or to anything else that involves people. Do we see anybody else that is on YouTube that is doing this exact same thing? Not just making videos or gaining a bunch of views on these videos or carrying major influence on social media to where you can type out something on Twitter and have a movement start or begin waves of people that are believing in something similar. MrBeast does all of this, of course, but he more so has the connection to his fans and his audience and people that enjoy watching his videos and what he is doing as a person. And he creates these waves, not just from himself that are like, hey, I like this idea and you should support my idea. But I like this idea, I'm going to make this idea happen, and you guys will benefit from it as well. In this very business model or brand model that is MrBeast, I think he is the only one who is accomplishing this in a very efficient manner. Not just kind of losing his own money or kind of staying above the water just barely enough to where he can continue this, but I think he is doing this in such a way that is scalable, and he will continue doing this for a very long time. That is why I think that he totally deserved the Creator of the Year award, and why I think he deserves it basically every year. Even, well, the year prior, or the year before that, or before that. I'm just glad that he finally got the recognition that he deserves, even though he's too humble to admit it. Yeah, he's doing a great job, and I really hope that he sees this video, or even if he doesn't, yeah, maybe you guys agree with me, maybe not, but I think that MrBeast is one of those creators that are truly unique. I hope you have enjoyed this video, or have gotten some value out of it. I hope you have a good day or night, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.